Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So today is a special day for me. We'll go ahead to my grade sheet here to have a look at what that is. And yes, it is 100 max lux. You probably saw in the title of the video, but there it is. And yeah, so I thought I would take this time to sort of kind of look back at my progress and what I learned from making 100 max lux. And I have my list of things here to talk about as always. And yeah, I think I made a 70 max lux video back in like September or August. So it took me that amount of time to make 30 of them. And I didn't have any real goal in mind, like I want 100 max lux. But there is a feature coming that is in the JP game now, where if you have a certain number of max lux, they'll get you certain rewards. And then 95 is the highest at the moment. So I had kind of a soft goal of 95 in my mind. Alrighty. And then I guess we'll just go and we'll look at the max lux element by element. And then I'll talk about like how I choose which to favorite. And so of course the number one max lux that I use are the impossibles. So then all of the other max lux that I favorite are sort of dependent on these. So guys that have the same abilities as these two, they get sort of obsoleted, so I unfavorite them. So we'll look at the regular actually. So here, for example, Leah Evolution, she's got a flight and no gravity barrier. But Ashura has the same sort of null gimmicks, so I've unfavorited Leah. And then here I have, looks like 19 max lux of red, but favorited I have only 13. So yeah, that's how that works. And if I'm thinking about my MVP for the last year, then probably this guy here, Rakshasa Evolution. I used him for Kushinada, Kushinada 0 I'm still using him for. And then Diao Chan, who was a few weeks back. Alrighty. And then, yeah, you could kind of look at this list of characters that I have, and then think about, you know, which characters would be good long term, even if you made Impossible Max Lux. And yeah, I should say that before I started making Impossible Max Lux, I really wanted to kind of tell myself that even if I did make them, I would still use these extreme characters. But it turns out that after you finish a Impossible Max Luck, you really want to use it. So that's mainly what I've been using these days. And then I guess we'll look at blue next. Water. Alright, so here are the unfavorited. It looks like I have 21. And then favorited, I have 11. And then, yeah, you might be thinking, you know, I have Bishamonten. She's a Pierce with a no gravity barrier. So why do I also have Dax favorited? And the reason for that is because he has the Blast Bump combo. And then any extreme draw monster with a Blast Bump combo will still be useful to me. Especially sort of like in easier quests. Like the Dragon Gem quests or other limited time quests. So I'll hang on to him. And then same idea with Yamato Takeru. And then Ogron here. Same null abilities, but Ogron's got the Blast Bump, so I'll keep him favorited. And yeah, when I am thinking about extreme monsters that are worth keeping as a max luck even after you get impossibles, I'm looking for one of four things. One is the Blast Bump combo. Another one is a very powerful bump combo. So in the case of Bahamut X here, he's got the one-way laser, so that's worth keeping him around for. And then also like a double null ability. So that would be like Queen Butterfly here, flight and null gravity barrier. And then finally our Slayer abilities. So that would be like Okita Solji here. She's got Mech Slayer L, and I know Impossible Monsters have that, or even anything close to that, so she's worth hanging on to for that. But yeah, we'll move on to green, I guess. Here we have, looks like 20. And then favorited, I have 14. And let's see, my MVP for this year here was probably maybe Basilisk. He kind of opened up Yamato Takeru for me to finish that max luck. And then my favorite one was PCG3 Ascension. He's just fun. And then I realize now that I forgot to say my water MVP. So we'll say that that is probably Queen Butterfly, actually. Yeah, just very, very powerful. Okay, let's look at light next. And then, let's see, unfavorited. Looks like I have 18, if you count Daikokuten. I'll be finishing that max luck in the next video that I do. And then favorited, we got 11. So yeah, some same things here. Emerald Dragon, I keep him around because he's got the Blast Bump combo. And then same thing for Tiger 1, X. And Ghoulie as well. Yeah, Ghoulie is very special because he has a Pierce with no Gravity Barrier and a Blast Bump combo, which means he's great for Dragon Gems in particular. And then my MVP here is probably going to be Typhon, surprisingly. He's got a lot of good abilities, some good damage output, and some unique abilities, especially the meteor that stuns guys. So he was my MVP this year. And then finally, we will look at Dark. And then unfavorited, I have 23, looks like. And then favorited, I have 12. So yeah, and then here, MVP, I guess, would be... I guess in the first part of the year, it was Rotbone. That one-way laser, lock-on one-way laser is very strong. But after I finished her, then Satellite became my MVP. Yeah, just that single null ability can be useful here and there. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And then... yeah, I should say that kind of playing the game with Impossible Max Lux is a little bit like playing on easy mode. You can think of it if you're playing like a first-person shooter, and then you unlock some like rocket launchers or whatever, and then you go through the game with those. It makes the game easier, but more fun in some ways. When I was thinking about which Max Lux to make, I would look at each element, and then I would look at each null ability, like no gravity barrier or no warp, and I also look at each sling style, bounce or pierce, and then I would try to make one of each combination of that. And that got me the majority of like the 100 that I have. If I were to kind of recommend the best Max Lux for beginners, the Mythos Quest characters, those 5 characters, and then I would get Lucas. Where's Lucas? There he is. And then for him, I'd actually recommend the evolution version. So the Mythos and then Lucas. And then I would go after any extreme monster with a double null ability. So that would be like Fenrir X or Siren here. Or Queen Butterfly, like I just mentioned. Who else is good? Jack here. Typhon again. And Emerald Dragon. I can't recommend him highly enough. First, Mythos Quest characters, and then Lucas, and then characters with double null abilities. And then, if you were to make Impossible Max Lux, and you wanted to make just the bare minimum, then I would say Kushinada here. And Tsukuyomi. And then, yeah, if you had those characters, and that's like maybe 10 or so, That'll probably see you through like 90% of the game. So that would be all the ones that you would need to make. But if you enjoyed making them, like I do, then that could certainly be worth doing as well. And yeah, I think that will do it for my talk about my looking back over 100 Max Lux. And then from now, I'm going to really kind of, what is it? I'm going to, you know, taper it down. I'm really going to put much less effort into making Max Lux. When some new characters come out and like they're very powerful, I'll probably work on those. But I'm going to stop going back like into the past to make older Max Lux, or any Max Lux just for the heck of it. I think 100 is more than enough. Alrighty, thanks for watching, and good luck with your Max Lux. We'll see you again. Take care.